This modern villa was designed step by step with ChatGPT. Let me show you how. The process is not hard. The key is knowing how to ask the right questions for a good standard design.
Hi everyone, my name is Namdar, an architect, and welcome to my channel. The plan is to follow an academic design process: list of spaces, approximate areas, bubble diagrams, zoning and layout of spaces, floor plan drawings, and facade design. So hit subscribe, like this video, and let's build something great together.
Why did I choose a villa? Because these days, most clients are asking for a modern villa projects. And later, I can actually use this design in a real work. First, I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of spaces and their approximate areas for the modern villa. Then, I took choose spaces into AutoCAD and created zoning diagrams, drawing the bubbles with accurate areas. Finally, I moved to Revit, where I turned that zoning into a proper floor plan and built the 3D mass of the villa. As a result, I started to ask the first question. I want to design a modern villa. Can you suggest the required spaces and their approximate areas? I think this is the right question. And then, there we have it. It divides my spaces, private spaces, living and social spaces, and service, even circulation. But that's not enough. The plan is to ask for a bubble diagram. So for the next step, I ask another question. Can you create a bubble diagram showing the relationships and access between these spaces? I think this is the right question for it. Yeah, this is my bubble diagram, but it's really confusing, so I want to modify it. And the last question is, can you suggest a conceptual floor plan layout based on this bubble diagram and spaces? And it gives me a conceptual zoning and divide my spaces.
Now I want to try a method to get a proper layout of spaces, including their relationships from the bubble diagram, as well as the exact area of each one. For this, I will use AutoCAD and a calculator. Here's how it works. I take the square root of each space's area, which gives me the side length of a square with that area. Then I draw all the squares and arrange them next to each other based on the bubble diagram. This way, I get an accurate layout of these spaces and their areas, which I can later use to draw the floor plan. So first step, I use calculator, and I want to draw my first square. First, I enter the rectangle command in AutoCAD. There are other ways to draw a square, but the method I use is to type @ on the keyboard first and then enter the length and width of the rectangle. Since we are drawing a square, the length and the width are equal. And I want to create another layer for the text. I choose green color for it. And I want to call this square master bedroom. And I want to scale this text. Just press scale and then I fix the distance. Yeah, everything is good. I check it. I use this. And another square. We have closet here. I put the area of closet into calculator. And there we have it. The distance is 3.46. And this is my closet. And I want to do the same method for all of my spaces. This is my restroom. This is my living room. And this is the dining area and the TV room. And this is service. First, kitchen, storage, laundry, and this is the entrance of building. we have a hallways and staircases here. So this is all of my squares, and just I want to divide it between private space and social spaces, service. Just I want to distinguish these spaces together. Yeah, I think blue is a good choice for this color. Everything looks good. And I want to fix these spaces. And just I want to save this file. So first I want to set my units. Just press U and on your keyboard. I change it to meters and 2 decimal places and meter, and then OK. So first to start, I import the diagram of the spaces. If you want to see the same colors, you should click on Preserve so I can see everything correctly. Set my import units to meter. Yep, there we had it. So I can see everything correctly on the sheet. Then I turn on dark mode so I can see the walls and dimensions more clearly, and then OK. We have it. We go to the north, and I want to set my elevation. I think 4 meters is good. Yeah, I need 3 levels. If you want to know how to create levels, just watch this video. The link is right there. You know, we have 2 floors, so I need to copy this diagram for the upper floor. So I turn off under layer to see everything clearly. And for the second step, I want to create my exterior walls. Just go to walls, architectural walls, and I call it exterior. I want to change the thickness. I think 20 centimeter is enough. Okay. And I choose pick lines. And I want to connect to level 2 and finish face exterior. So if you want to select all levels, just press tab on your keyboard and then click. For the planning, I usually prefer to create my stair, because I think most important part of planning is hall walls and staircases. And I made full tutorial about the stair, include cast in place stair, monolithic stair, and if you want to know more about stairs, just watch this video. The link is right there and in the description. Change the exterior support. I think left is good, yeah. So I want to draw the wall near the staircase. I use trim and go to architecture, and for the interior I want to create my interior walls. The difference is the thickness of wall. I think for the interior I want to set it on 10 centimeter. Yeah, that's good. I just pick the lines for my interior walls. I think this is a simple way to create my walls. I just modify the walls. I use accent to join these walls together. The walls around staircase should be connected to upper floors. I just go to first floor and select my walls again. Now everything looks good, so I want to set it on shaded. Yeah. I just create my interior walls again. This is the last wall. I want to create the exterior walls here because this is my balcony here. For the next step, we should create our floors. First, create this floor for my yard. The thickness I want to increase to 1 meter. After that, I want to create my main floors. I call it floor 2. This is too much thickness for it. I think 13 centimeters is enough. And just pick walls. I want to create a small void here next to my staircase. We have a cool space for the void. And yeah, everything looks good. So let's start the last part of this video. Draw the roof of this building. We need ref plane. I select on ref plane, first point and the second point. Go to massing and site and choose mass in place. I want to set my work plane, pick plane, OK, and we go to elevation. The hardest part of this video is drawing the roof, but honestly, it's not really hard, you just need some practice. We need a few points in space that give us two curved lines. I want to modify my curved line. I think so. I want to move this point. Yup. Everything looks good. I just copy this line. I designed the roof shape myself the way I want. Delete this line because we need two lines. I just want to modify the distance of this point. And by connecting these two lines, we get a surface. And that surface becomes our roof. Yeah, everything looks much clearer. Use solid form and this surface becomes our roof. And I want to connect walls to my roof. I think for the exterior walls, using curtain wall is better than solid form, you know. In the rest of the video, I will turn the walls into curtain walls and I want to create my grids and mullions. If you watch, I'm sure it will be really useful for you. So, thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos.